Thomas against Paul. Now, here's Thomas. He's tightly guarded. 3 on the clock. Johnson the screen. Monroe. And again, it's Indiana.
They can't give Monroe that mid-range jumper. He's pretty consistent from there.
Mozgov a screen on Thomas. And here is Paul. 10 points for him. To the paint. Here's Mozgov.
And how about the aggressive side of Mozgov? Benefits the team when he's that energized.
Thomas against Paul. Looking to end his cold spell. Here's Booker. Outside for Thomas. Booker with the screen for Thomas. Tries yet again. And it's off the back rim. No good.
Just a little lackluster so far with his effort. He's been very limited due to his poor shooting.
Paul outside. Outside for Thomas. And what was that about? Not a good shot right there. Pacers trailed by 3 to the middle and finish off by Hezonja.
And you could see him give a little nod and then just burst to the rim for the alley-oop slam.
A pair of teammates, Greg, with a terrific feel for each other. Timeout called the Bucks.
And the Bucks ownership changed just a few years back. You could feel that there was a change for the direction of this basketball club, and they're much more focused on building from the draft, taking a lot of young players that have tremendous potential and seeing where they can go. They're doing everything they can to make this a great free agent destination. The new arena will help that.
Williams, he's checked in for the Bucks. So an entirely new group in now for Indiana. Mahinmi's checked in for Monroe. Robinson comes in for Stanley Johnson. Abs checked in for Hezonja. And Joseph Young subbed in for Thomas. Mahinmi with the screen for Young. Mahinmi a screen on Paul. There's Crabbe with the 3. Milwaukee's gone 0 of 2 from deep to start things here in the second half. From deep, Moore. Good, great play by Williams to set it up. Moore's got 8.
Tough to tell what exactly happened to the D out there, but they simply don't look like they're engaged or even trying to stop their opponent.
Robinson for 3. Tried to tip it in, but couldn't quite get it. And with the Bucks in this current ownership approach, you can really see it off the court as well. They've done a great job of reaching out to the community.
Love the investment that they've made in the team. The new downtown arena is coming along. The rebrand looks awesome. I love the new logo and the color scheme that they play with and the court. A lot of attention to the details, and they put together a pretty exciting young roster. That's the most important part.
It's Young on the wing. Back to Robinson. He feeds it to Crabbe. Here's the 3. Sinks the triple. 11 points in the game.
Well, deep down, Crabbe has a scorer's mentality. He was that way in college, and now it's carrying over into the pro game.
Timeout called the Bucks. J. McCollum, he's checked in for the Bucks. Ntilikina comes in for Chris Paul. Milwaukee's gone 1 of 4 in three-point shots here in the third. Picked by Mozgov. Kicks to Thomas. And there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen.
Not sure, maybe the pressure of the moment got to him there. A really careless error that might ultimately cost the team.
Now Young. He dishes it to Robinson for the lead, and he sinks the layup. Robinson's got 5 now.
They are just killing them on the interior.
And there's the call on Joseph Young. That's foul number 2 for him. Chandler Parsons, he's checked in for Indiana. Williams a screen. And here's McCollum for 3. It's rebounded by Indiana.
The game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding has been the one differentiator thus far.
And the call against Lance Thomas. That's his first foul. Here's Young. In the corner, Parsons with it. 4 on the clock. Over Williams. Offensive rebound. Robinson against Thomas. Robinson drives in. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up.
And I like the fact that the defense is looking to protect the rim at all costs.
Robinson hits them both. It is strange to think that some of the players that Jason Kidd coaches on this team might have been too young to see how good he was when he played.
Well, Giannis is a prime example. Last season, Giannis was benched by Kidd, and then he looked up Kidd's credentials, and he said, wow, rookie of the year, never lost in the Olympics, won the finals, and is an NBA champion. That's right, Giannis. Sometimes looking things up in the internet can be beneficial.
Back to Crabbe. Lets it go from deep. Nailed from three-point land. 14 points for him.
And until someone stops him, he's just going to continue to keep firing from distance.
Yeah, we got to be a DEFCON 1 here, because at this point, he is so dialed in, you got to get him off his spots.
Picked by Williams. Can they get it? Count it, and the Pacer lead has been cut back down to 3 on the basket from McCollum.
And this is part of the patience of C.J. McCollum. In-air adjustments with the defender on him, you have to like that body control.
Time called here. Indiana decides to talk it over.
And Frank Ntilikina out of France, played pro ball in Germany, and a lot of fans in the U.S. might not be as familiar with him, but for NBA execs and scouts, that's their job. Ntilikina has a game worthy of their attention.
Indiana making some changes. Stanley Johnson comes in for Crabbe, and it's Isaiah Thomas in for Joseph Young. Indiana leading by 3. Thomas with the ball. He has 6. They set the pick. Parsons outside. From beyond the arc. Kept alive by Indiana.
Yeah, maybe a little luck, maybe a little bit of heart. Both of those at play here. He's getting every offensive rebound.
Thomas, no good. In a draft stocked with point guards, Ntilikina's court vision, Greg, might be the best of them all.
I mean, he's a true, pure point guard. At the same time, a good shooter. The length to defend wings, so that versatility makes him one of the more valuable prospects.
Right side, Thomas. And the Pacers can't get it to go.
And you just get the sense the whole period he's been a bit out of sync.
Yeah, sometimes you just can't figure out what's wrong, but he keeps trying to push through.
And Stanley Johnson is going to pick up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Here's Ntilikina. He's guarded by Thomas. And it's out of bounds. The Bucks able to retain possession here.
Just active defensively here, being extremely disruptive.
Like the aggressiveness and a great effort just to get a hand on it.
Clock is at 3. And here's McCollum for 3. And it's good, 2 points. Ntilikina's got his second basket of the night.
And you can see he's been working
on that post game. Ntilikina showing some skill set down on that low block, using that length to his advantage.
Thomas. Mozgov with the block.
Yeah, this is a terrible start for him, and it has to be weighing on him.
Guys, close one here. No team getting a huge advantage.
Yeah, tooth and nail fight so far, guys. These sides match up really well.
In the corner, Parsons with it. Outside Thomas. Tries to snap the cold streak. And he drops that one in. Thomas got 8 points.
And not his quarter, scoring-wise. Just 1 of 7 from the field.
Inside. Pass to Ntilikina. Marked down low that time, and he got the 3-second call. Indiana's gone 2 of 5 with the 3-point shot since coming out of the break. Mahinmi a screen. Johnson outside. Here's Robinson. The baseline jumper goes down. And it's a 3-point Pacer lead. Bucks have gone 6 of 14 since halftime. A little cold from the field. Williams a screen on Thomas. At the top of the key, Williams. The feed to Mozgov. And another basket for Milwaukee. It's a neck-and-neck game here in Milwaukee. Now, here's Thomas. He's got 8. In the corner, Parsons with it. 6 on the shot clock. The 3 from Thomas. Thomas with another miss.
And he's trying to shoot his way out of it. You know, they have the lead, but honestly, I think it might help if he'd be a little bit more selective tonight.
1:31 left in the third quarter. They set the pick. Williams a screen on Johnson. And the basket by McCollum.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
And here is Thomas. Mahinmi a screen. Parsons outside. Wants to get it to Robinson and does. And McCollum with the block. Out to the wing. Jacks up a 3. Ntilikina can't hit. If they time it right, they can end this quarter with a 2-for-1.
And that's how you want to end the quarters.
Here's Thomas. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. It goes on C.J. McCollum. The Pacers have made 4 free throws from the line and missed 2.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
And the Bucks making a change here. Zeller's checked in.
And that's the norm for him. He's pretty much automatic when he's at the line.
Picked by Zeller. It's McCollum on the wing. Good on the bucket. McCollum's got 8 points here in this quarter.
And no one's slowing him down tonight. McCollum just too focused with this matchup.
3 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock. For Indiana, they have gone 6 of 8 from the free throw line tonight. And he makes the first. And both free throws good for Thomas. And for Milwaukee, they're shooting 43% for the game. Thomas a screen. Pass to McCollum. Now the dish to Zeller. Over Monroe. Not enough on that one as it misses. C.J. McCollum, he's feeling it tonight and has been the driving force for Milwaukee. He ends up We've got a great game on our hands as we welcome you back. The fourth quarter of action getting started. Now Paul. And a look at the 5 for the Pacers to start the fourth quarter. We've got Johnson, Allen Crabbe out there with Young. Then there's Michael Kidd-Gilchrist, and it's Monroe in the pivot spot, manning the middle. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Zeller, and he banks in the layup. Zeller's got the fourth quarter started here with a bucket for the Bucks. Young against Paul. Young pass to Crabbe, but they'll get another chance. And Kidd-Gilchrist kicks to Monroe. A second chance effort, and that's 2 points on the layup. Monroe's got the game tied up here for the Pacers.
Interior D lacking, and it couldn't be at a worse time giving up that easy one.
Well, just an incredibly slow rotation. That is someone's responsibility and something they're going to need to discuss.
They get a hand on it. Screen by Monroe. That one a tad offline to the right, but drops in for him.
Well, Monroe constantly working on that jump shot to make it a part of his game.
A little over a minute and a half of the fourth quarter gone now. Zeller setting the pick for Paul. Off the screen, and the dunk by Zeller.
Quickness of Chris Paul dicing up the defense with his superb passing off the screen.
Young dishes to Crabbe. No good on the 3. Bucks leading by 3. Paul outside. There's a screen by Williams. Pass to McCollum. Dishes it to Zeller. Shoots over Monroe. And again, it's Milwaukee converting.
Yeah, he's been on his A game, seeking good shots, and he's a huge reason why tonight they're winning.
Screen by Young. Crabbe kicks to Young. Back to Crabbe. From the arc. Zeller grabs the board.
And there have been some terrible shot choices here, Kev. That's not a good look at all. And love how Paul seeks out his teammates. Superb at slicing the D to pieces with his passing.
Timeout called the Pacers. And C.J. McCollum, the league's most improved player in 2016, won it easily.
I like the quiet confidence of C.J. McCollum, who just was waiting for the minutes. I think he felt like he was capable of doing these things. He just needed the time. And with the time he got, he took full advantage of it. One of the best scorers now in the NBA.
A different look for Milwaukee. Diallo, he's checked in for Derek Williams. And Decker subbed in for Thomas. The Pacers also changing it up. And Robinson III comes in for Stanley Johnson. And Mario Hezonja subbed in for Crabbe. All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Kevin, I was able to listen in on Nate McMillan talking to his team. He told them that for now, they have to back off of the three-point line. He said, we don't have to just shoot threes. Let's get the ball in tight for some high-percentage looks inside the paint. Back to you guys.
Pacers trailed by 5. And Young kicks to Hezonja. Screen by Young. Pulls from the top of the key. That shot, no good. So Milwaukee will take it the other way. Now a timeout called by Milwaukee.
Yeah, I mean, it's an opportunity to kind of regroup and discuss ways to maximize these possessions.
And therein lies the trick, discussing ways to be aggressive, but not committing turnovers.
The Pacers making a switch here. Parsons is checked in. Milwaukee leading by 5. Pick by Zeller. Paul kicks to McCullough. Kept alive. Feeds to Decker. There's the 3. Over to the left wing. And the ball travels out of bounds. Last touch by Kid Gilchrist. Not watching the line there. That'll be a backcourt violation.
The second half hasn't gone nearly as well for him. He'd only had 1 before the break in terms of turnovers, but that number's growing as this game progresses.
Robinson's checked in for Parsons. Unable to get the ball in bounds. They get called for the 5-second violation. Here's Paul. He kicks it to Zeller. There's the pick. Paul goes in. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
Chris Paul and leadership just go together. Always knows the situation on both ends of the floor, constantly communicating, and sets up and directs his teammates to try to make the most of their abilities in any situation where they can take advantage.
Young with the ball. Screen by Monroe. There's the pass to Hazania. 5 on the clock. Drills it from outside. And for Paul, who is such a forge, and you would think that he would make an excellent coach one day, but Brent, he's already said he has no interest in pursuing that.
I feel like, Kevin, for part of every season that Chris Paul has been paid in the NBA, some of the portion of that contract has been as a player coach.
And defensively, you've got to make a greater effort working over the screens.
Yeah, it's a bit of a lazy play right there. You're hoping that the guy misses the shot without really doing your job in challenging it.
Cullen passes to Paul. Pick by Zeller. And the officials will call the illegal screen right there.
And he wasn't going to get away with that one. Still in motion when he set that screen.
Yeah, really trying to sell it out there, but the official just, he ain't buying.
Pacers trail by 6. Now, here is Young. Inside. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up, and 2 shots coming up.
Not a lot the defense can do on Greg Monroe on that particular play. When he's that deep, you know you're in trouble.
Yeah, I like that they haven't lost their aggressiveness here in the second, despite being down.
The Pacers making a change here. Thomas is checked in. McCollum kicks to Diallo. They set the pick. Back to McCollum. Fires the 3. It's deflected. Tries again. And that's 2 points on the layup. McCollum's got 15 points in just the second half.
Defensively, this is what you know. He's coming off a hot game and looking to keep it rolling.
And you could try to key in on him, but that's tough. They run plays that routinely give him makeable looks.
It's tipped. They retain possession. Here's Thomas. That doesn't go either for Thomas.
Well, after an impressive first half, he's just not been able to get the room or get anything going here in the second.
McCollum dishes to Paul. There's the screen. Monroe against Zeller. Pass to Diallo. Over in the corner, Paul. And he's good on the 3-ball. And it's a 9-point Bucks lead.
And the shooting form of Chris Paul is just a thing of beauty. I like to watch him fire from the perimeter.
And here is Thomas. And right on target. Good.
Now that was pretty. A beautiful move to set up that jump shot.
Paul kicks to Zeller. Shoots over Monroe. And another basket for Milwaukee. Pacers trail by 9. Here's Azania. Robinson left side. Puts it up from 17. Almost, but it rolls out. Milwaukee's gone 2 of 5 on three-point shots since the end of the third quarter. Cullen passes to Diallo. Here's the screen. And the rejection by Monroe. There's a whistle, and it goes on Isaiah Thomas. That's his third foul of the game.
Yeah, really good defensive play to cut him off there and square up.
Mahimi's checked in for Monroe. And the Pacers call time here. C.J. McCollum really making a difference here.
And he is absolutely dialed in from outside. They need to close out on him much quicker when he's lining up those threes.
A different look for Milwaukee. Derek Williams comes in for Decker, and Moore subbed in for McCollum. The Pacers also changing it up. Chandler Parsons, he's checked in for Kid Gilchrist. Stanley Johnson comes in for Glenn Robinson III, and it's Alan Crabb in for Mario Hezonja. Paul kicks to Diallo. And that basket pushes the lead to double digits. And the Bucks lead by 11.
Up by a bunch. He's still pushing the action, trying to impose his will.
Well, collectively, they've done it tonight here. A passionate performance from the squad.
Parsons. Williams with the block. And they're able to recover. Crabb, that's for 2. And once again off the mark by Indiana.
Trying to shoot his way out of this slump, but thus far, not working.
Yeah, I hope it hasn't gone to his head. He may be trying too hard at this point.
Paul against Thomas. And it's Paul penetrating. From down in the low post, it goes. Paul's got 19 points.
Gets so frustrating as a defender. Chris Paul with a subtle move, a slight adjustment, and he buries you.
Bucks leading by 13. Moore outside. Paul is screen on Parsons. Here's Zeller. And there are the Bucks with another bucket.
Just increasing their advantage, and right now they're in a zone on both ends.
Love their strategy, and they've been able to execute on it, building a huge lead.
Ntilikina, he's checked in for Chris Paul. Here's Thomas. To end the run. Rebound, Milwaukee. Zeller's got 8 rebounds in this game. Milwaukee has gone 2 of 5 on three-point shots since the end of the third quarter. There's the foul. It's on Mahimi. That's his first foul. There's 1:47 left in the fourth quarter. Clock at 6. Williams for 3. Keeps it alive. It's good on the putback. And that's now 18 points for Cody Zeller.
And with time becoming a factor, that may do it, guys.
Well, leads are not given. They are earned, playing with desire and attention to detail all night.
Bucks leading by 17.
And tonight's battle is going to end with a very clear winner, leaving nothing to chance. Impressive win for the Bucks.
They had to battle for this win. There were times when it looked like it was maybe slipping away a bit, but they never let that happen, which I thought was a real credit to them.
And that's a product of their mental toughness. Anytime the floor of the game turned against them, instead of caving, they just dialed it up a notch and were able to pull away.
And with this effort tonight, grabbing their 8th win of the year.
And against a conference opponent, always good to take that first win of the season series to establish a psychological edge.
And a great team effort tonight, helped in large part with contributions, and the nice night it ended up being for Cody Zeller.
Just really loved his activity level here tonight. Constantly mixed it up, and he threw himself into a lot of plays.
Pick by Zeller. There's a good screen. Kick out to Moore. Back to Zeller. Over Mahinmi. Milwaukee, no good that time either. They've been a little too casual with the ball out there.
Yeah, but you can't force that square peg into the round hole. Oftentimes, you just got to make that first simple pass and get a rhythm from that.
There's Crabbe with a 3. Here's Diallo. So no problem for Milwaukee as they get the win. They poured it on tonight. Dominant showing in front of a crowd that loved every minute of it.
And, you know, this game could really be a defining one for what they can do